Sai Ram to all of you, and my humble pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. My dear brothers and sisters, once again I got this opportunity to share my few reminiscences at the lotus feet of this great avatar of love who had come to this earth and gone. My dear brothers and sisters, I would like to share that we call ourselves as Sai devotees. हम साई भक्त हैं. But when can be real Sai devotees? Unless and until we follow and we are aware that what Sai wants from us, what are the expectations of Sai, and what is his message of Sai. I think most of who are present here will be joined with some Satya Sai Seva organizations, would be some part of some Sai Seva Samiti, taking part in some Seva activities or the other. And what is the uniqueness of our organization? Brothers and sisters, after coming out from the portals of University of Bhagwan, we had very close contacts with Swami, where we were just part of family life. Like family, Swami was like a part of our family there. Day to day, we see Bhagwan and talk to him everything. And after coming out from Swami's portal, we don't see Swami anywhere. You are to your own world, be one amongst the crowd. And how to connect with Swami that time, which we all of us in organization, because being part there, being seeing Swami's presence and being in the crowd, one among the crowd, and feel that whether Swami is listening to my prayers or no, whether Swami knows me or no, that is one big question. Many devotees attend, मैं भजन तो जाता हूँ लेकिन भगवान मेरा सुन रहा है कि नहीं, भगवान मेरे को पहचान रहा है कि नहीं. Many people feel that way कि I am attending but nothing is happening in my life. But my dear brothers and sisters, never feel that way. Swami had told many times, I think, in the president, what message Swami told, tell each and every devotee that I know each one of them. So never doubt, never have a iota of doubt that I can say on stamp paper, I can give in writing. Never have an iota of doubt that Swami doesn't know you, any one of you, any part of the corner of the world. And Swami will never come to your rescue anywhere. That is out of question. He is everywhere at the same level. Same that he is more in Prashant Nilayam, less in Anantapur, more in USA or more in Bombay. Nothing like that, my dear brothers and sisters. But then how to experience the omnipresence of Bhagwan? What are the when we saw हम लोग भजन में जाके आते हैं, but what are changes in come in our life? How do so my dear brothers and sisters, I would say we would have to make it a practice to listen to Sai Radio Sai Swami's discourses and read Satya Sai books. They are the great source of inspiration at now when Bhagwan is not there. My dear, they are such a great thing, valuable lessons in our life, my dear brothers and sisters. We have to do this. But there is no discipline given in our organization. I used to always wonder why Swami has not laid down any path of discipline, any function we should follow, which our side devotees should follow. That was always ringing in my mind. Like if you go join some organization, then I realized so when you listen to Swami's discourses, my dear brothers and sisters, they are such a impregnated with meaning of Vedanta, nothing else but Vedanta. If you ruminate on those discourses, like how Swami says, "See me in all." It is such a simple sentence. See me in all. Now, once we close this session, and once we go out, I would suggest, my dear, whoever present here, just start this from right now onwards and see the differences in your life. See me in all. That's all. Bhagwantu andarno unnadu. Like God is in everyone. Just practice this one small teachings of Bhagwan. It is a great Vedanta, I am telling you. But Swami is put. What is the difference? I'll tell you the difference. The other organizations, they have a guru and they will tell you to reach divinity there. Divinity is somewhere, some other place. And you have to reach that place. But you are not divine. You have to become something, and become something. You will get some vision somewhere. But what Bhagwan says, you are yourself divinity. You don't to reach somewhere to reach some other place. You are already there. You are divine. You have to only change your thinking. That is a great lesson which Bhagwan is. You have to change your thinking. How can you change our thinking? Now, brothers and sisters, Swami has laid down two disciplines. One great discipline which Swami has taught our students also, and to all close devotees. Like I have read some of the books. Swami had taught the teaching of chanting of Gayatri Mantra. A Gayatri Mantra which Swami had laid lot of stress on Gayatri Mantra. So one example, my dear brother, I would like to give one experience. I think it is available on YouTube also, of our own college student. The effect and power of Gayatri Mantra. The Gayatri Mantra, if you start chanting, it will improve your intellect and we will be able to grasp the teachings of Bhagwan very easily. Now, see, we listen to Swami's discourses, read Satya Sai speaks, but that doesn't come in our heart. Why? Why we are not able to disconnect with that teachings of Bhagwan? Because our hearts are filled with impurity. There are other things filled in our heart. So once we start Gayatri Mantra or we take part in seva activities, another activity, take part in service activities. So once we start doing this, our the internal जो kachra hai, that whatever accumulated thing, it start becoming purified and you are able to grasp and appreciate the Swami's teachings more. And once we start appreciating the teachings of Swami, we start putting, then we experience the joy in our lives. You know, what is the purpose? Swami was telling, what is the hallmark of a person who is spiritual? He's always smiling, always smile, always happy. If you are a castor oil face, sitting like this, Swami never appreciate it. You are not a spiritual person at all. Always रोते जैसा चेहरा रखना, ऐसा चुपचाप बैठना, रे क्या लाइफ में, nothing, no excitement in life. Life is boring. Life has become so monotonous. No fun in life. क्या life है? So that means you are not a spiritual person. Once you feel that kind of feeling, you have not understood the message of Bhagwan. And the moment you understand the message of Bhagwan, always happy, always every moment of life is a festival and enjoyment. So once the spiritual person is who always remains happy. And when that is union with God, happiness is union with God. And when we get that, and one story, one Swami was, I would just like to narrate two stories I would just narrate, which was told by one is by our old ex-student, the power of Gayatri Mantra. Now, this is a story hails back to the some British area. Now, this is his grandfather of our old student. He has put in YouTube also. He was chanting. He was a Tahsildar in some place in South India, and he was posted. You know, Tahsildar in British era was considered to be big post. Tahsildar area. I think somewhere near Chennai. He told the name of the place also, which I am not, but I am going to the message of what it conveys the story. So he went to that. It was the first day of his assuming the office. He wanted to assume his office, and everybody is, well, when new person joins, सब लोग अपनी पहचान बनाने आते हैं. Yes, yes, I am so and so, I am so and so. And there was a peon who was sitting on the table of the Tahsil. He told, "What is this, sir? ये कौन है? You getting down?" No, no, no. Then he told, everybody told you have to listen to him. He's having lot of powers, and nobody, even if he's peon, but you have to listen to whatever he says. You have to follow. Then he started angry, but you get down. Then that peon got angry on him and told him, next day you will not be alive. I will see that you will not be alive here. He tells him like that. Then he doesn't bother about it. Take so many people come and go, leave it now. Night he goes there to his house. Now, you know that in that small village, the office and area are very close by. They are not very far either. So, that we are talking about the British era. So he's staying here. An office of Tahsildar is somewhere here. And in middle there is a temple. Night time, now these stories they're told by a priest of the temple. This temple is coming in the between. He hears some voice of, in the village if you go, it is pin drop silence because there's no noise of TV. There, if you have anybody have gone to any village, there is no other traffic noise, nothing. So he hears some noise, thump, 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 somebody walking with great force. So he comes out and see outside. He sees a big, huge black lady walking towards the house of the. Now this fellow follows that lady and he says where that lady is going. Once he goes, that lady says that lady is trying to get into the house of Tahsildar. And he says, as soon as that lady goes, a small, beautiful young girl appears smiling. She doesn't do anything. She smiles. And this lady is taken aback. She feels afraid. He comes out. Again, he tries to enter. Again, that girl appears there. And this all is seen by that priest. Again, she tries number, but girl appears and smiles, does nothing. Only smiles and she is taken aback. Now this lady gets angry and again goes back. With angrily, she again returns back and goes back. This is the end of the Tahsildar. Now this priest becomes more anxious that what happened? Who is this lady? The next early in the morning, he cannot resist himself. Early in the morning, he goes to the house of the Tahsildar and asks, Prabhuji, what sadhana are you doing? What puja are you doing every day? He says, I chant Gayatri Mantra 1100 times. I do every day Gayatri chanting. Then he says, okay, I saw this. He narrates him this. He says, my God, I chant, but Devi has given darshan to you. Then better than this Tahsildar goes to his office. He goes to the office. What does he see there? A lot of crowd collected there. What does he see there? He sees that the person, the peon who had threatened him to kill his life, he is no more. That means that Shakti, whom he was invoked, has gone and done that wrong to him himself. This is the power. I don't want to harm anybody. So this is the power. Swami also has told Gayatam Trayate iti Gayatri. So once we chant Gayatri, the Gayatri is Om Bhur Bhaswa. This is the power of Gayatri Mantra. It purifies our mind, body, and intellect. And then we were able to appreciate the teachings of Bhagwan. Till our lives are pure, our thoughts are pure, our senses are controlled, my dear brothers and sisters, we will not appreciate the Bhagwan's teachings. It becomes a very monotonous. Swami tells us, see God in all, do seva, do service. It becomes a monotonous. But we are not able to appreciate and really imbibe and really the essence, the sugar, that the sugar, the sweetness in his message, we are not able to imbibe that message of Bhagwan. So this is what, and not only this, Swami had told Gayatri Mantra chant in Kodaikanal in many discourses. Even if you go to read a old devotee of Bhagwan, if anybody have seen Dr. Funny Bunda, he has written a book called Vision of the Divine. I don't know now, that book is out of print nowadays, but he had in that book also Swami gives him many personal interviews and shares him that how to chant Gayatri Mantra. And Gayatri, chanting of Gayatri Mantra, I think that also is available on the YouTube. The way Swami chants, that is the exact way we should chant. Because proper chanting in this Vedic mantra is very important to get the effect in our body and our mind and intellect. Experiences. Another which I would like to convey is that how we should have patience in our life. Because when God does something, it doesn't do to you alone. It does to many other people around you. One experience which was told by Swami, which I have not heard again, it was in Kodaikanal, and it was narrated to us by some other person to us. This is the experience which Swami had told. Okay, how when God does one good thing, how many good things happen, but we have to have patience. Swami gave there is a story of one king. King did not have any children. So a priest, a astrologer comes to his place and says, King, you feed food to everybody. And the day a realized soul, somebody will eat food in your house, and from his blessings you will get, and the bell of temple will start ringing. Temple will start ringing, and from his blessings you will get son. The king goes on feeding that everybody freely everybody. So many years the king gets fed up. यार बोला कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, nothing now. I will end everything. Nothing is happening to me. I will end this my life. Nothing. My money is getting wasted. Everything is getting wasted. I'll stop this year. So the moment he takes this decision, now one story we will put end here. This story just keep it aside. Another Swami story starting. One more story here is there was how patience helps him. There was a guru and he has one disciple. Now guru wanted some guru mantra from that disciple wanted guru mantra from that guru. He says, Guruji, give some guru mantra, give some guru mantra. The guru says, no, guru mantra, use some. He doesn't give that. And when guru's life is going to end, the disciple says, now Guruji, at least now you give me guru mantra. Then guru writes that mantra on a stand. He was staying near a river. He writes that mantra on that stand and passes off it. Now Guru writes that mantra. Now what this disciple does, he wants to see what mantra is written. Meanwhile, what happens is he writes that he goes to collect that palm leaf mantra. That palm leaf he wanted to collect that mantra and writes. Meanwhile, one lady appears that there's a nutter that I don't know what to call nutter who do this acrobatics. And they from village to village do many acrobatics that village. And she writes that mantra on that. She sees that mantra and he writes on that palm leaf. She herself writes and keeps with her and rubs that stand out. So disciples get very much afraid. What is this? Give me that mantra. I have served my entire life that guru for this mantra and not you have taken. So that entire life you have served this guru, not you served me also. For this mantra, I've served guru, no, now you serve me also. But guru, now disciple he doesn't want to take forcibly. So no, it should come from her. Or he can snatch it from her. But you see the patience of disciple. He says, okay, as you say. So she keeps that palm, whatever it is, and makes a earring out of it because he should not touch her. So he takes hearing, and what he tells her, wherever he takes, she takes, you have served that guru for so many, serve me also. और उसको he takes that disciple to play doll, उसका उठाने का सामान. Now this fellow served a realized soul. Now he has to serve this lady. You see the patience now. See the patience which this, and see the test which God takes for you yourself. He feels very much frustrated. Where I was serving a great guru, I had so much respect. So I am carrying this lady, and so many people ridicule me. They think I am also one of them. But for that mantra, he goes on doing that service to her. So what happens one day, the day when king had stopped giving food, they come to that village, and in that village, this disciple eats that food. As soon as that food, remnants of food are eaten from that place, the temple bell start ringing. Now king says, just find out who has eaten that bell, who has eaten that food. As soon as they find out that this nata ka jo kaam karne wala tha, that serving person, that nata has eaten that. Are he is the great sailor, realized soul. King calls him in the palace. Guruji, you bless me. He gets surprised. I am the serving nata. I am waiting for Guru Mantra. What my blessings? No, no, sir. That is a great soul. By so predicted, you give bless me, and I will get son out of blessing. Whatever you want, I will give you. So now he says, what to do? I want that mantra from that lady nata. I want that mantra from her. Arey, what is that? I will just call. No, 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 no. I don't want you to use that force. I don't want any. She should herself give her that mantra to me. I don't want any force to be used, because force even he could have used. I don't want any force, anything. She would give on her own. She should give that. King says, okay. Wait. Now what happens? King calls that lady to perform in his palace. In his palace, she calls perform, and shall you do nata do your acrobatics in my palace. That lady comes the palace of the king to perform her acrobatics. So when she is performing, and this fellow is playing drum, that Shishya, the great realized soul with whom blessing king was supposed to get the son, he's playing. The king says, tell me what to do. I want this Guru Mantra. I want that Guru Mantra. Then king asks queen, because king is going to get son. So, ये तो क्या बड़ी बात है, I'm hearing. He asks queen, give your all diamond earrings to me. The king gives, king gives that diamond. He told you throw this. There's no value to you. No, throw this out. And he gives her diamond earring to that lady. Immediately she throws that. What is that? She goes for the diamond earring. Immediately throw this palm leaves, this mantra to, and that disciple, he just sees that thing. Of course, he blesses the king, and disciple leaves his body. One good thing, Swami waited. That disciple got Guru Mantra. The king got son. The acrobatic lady got diamond earring. So God waits for the right moment so that all goods are happening. So once we wait, and so many people have had free food for so many days. So we keep getting, I am not getting this, I am not. So we don't know what right moment God is going to give you. So let us not dishearten and leave our patience and praying to Swami. Swami, I am not getting any results. I am not getting expecting results. Arey, what is this? And we become dejected and lose patience in our lives. So this was a great message which Swami told. Have patience and perseverance. Swami says, patience and perseverance are great hallmark of a devotee. If we go to organization, morning we attend Seva Dal, Nagar Sakhan we are doing, but still there is nothing happening to it. No, brothers and sisters. All these things are changing our thought. Even we attend Seva activities, that will purify you. And once your purification of our heart, our mind and soul, we will be able to appreciate the teachings of Bhagavan. And only then we will be able to happy. Then we will always remain happy. There was no, what you call, morose moment in our life, dejection, sorrowness, negativity, all that life mein kuch maja hi nahi, yaar, your life is over. And then, the people start other things in life, where start looking other movies and other activities where they get more joy. Of course, that is not where you get any real happiness in life. So these are the two hallmark stories which I thought I would narrate today. One thing I would like to tell one more here. Swami once again told us, Swami told, taste is test of God. Once Swami told, taste is test of God. Now Swami keeps testing. Once we come to Swami's fold, before coming devotees, even many devotees happens to. And one more thing which I would like to tell my fellow brothers is to never base our faith on somebody else's faith. Somebody else may not maybe here, maybe not, but never base our faith on X. You see, Are, he's with Swami, he's got that experience. Our individual, always try to develop individual relation with Swami, with ourselves. Because you don't know because being with Swami, with seeing Swami so many years, we have seen so many people staying close to Bhagwan. Today and tomorrow, they are nowhere. Some people have let out. So never do that, my dear brothers and sisters. Always base your faith on your own experience. That experience was his XYZ. But what about mine? What about yourself? What experience do you have? What is yours? अपने लाइफ में क्या हो रहा है? मेरे को क्या हो रहा है लाइफ में? So when are we going to get that? Listening is okay. That is a sadhana. That is shravanam. But never base our faith, your relationship with Bhagavan should be individual. Everybody, there are no intermediaries with Bhagavan. That I think everybody knows now. Listening to so many experiences with Bhagavan, every single devotee has a direct connection with Bhagavan, and there is no intermediate. Which Swami says, nothing. I am in everybody's heart, at my sister. In the beginning, only presented. Swami is not somewhere in Kailasha or somewhere in Prashantilyam. He is present right now, right this moment. And he can experience, you can see Vibhuti appearing everywhere. Even now, if Swami wills, I think somebody else Vibhuti might appear. If Swami wills, he can see yourself in the screen. He is faith, that faith we have, and it is fact. So never base down faith on X, Y, Z when you see, he is close, because we don't know tomorrow where X, Y, Z may be. So one thing, and never get dejected in life because see, Swami test. In the beginning, when you pray, your this matter gets solved. Aaj pray kiya, this got solved. But then sometimes the people, things may not go your way. Then what about our faith in Bhagwan? It's not that rosy, not only the Swami devotees, all devotees life, even Sant Tyagaraja. Swami gave an example of Lakshmana also. That I think Lakshmana, when he was going in forest, even once incident came to in his life also, but it was a place of power of the place. Swami told Sthanabala. When they were crossing the place where Tataki was there, Lakshmana told Rama, it is your life, your wife. Why should I face trouble in this? I am going. I cannot bear this anymore. I am going to Ayodhya tomorrow. Now, Swami is telling this. Lakshmi Rama knew that it is a Sthanabala. It is a place haunted by Tataki. Swami told sometime you come to some other stages after come. Immediately, Lakshmana realizes his mistake. Oh my goodness, what I did to him. He fell at the feet of Rama. Rama, please forgive me. Please forgive me. That what I didn't meant it. And Swami, no, Lakshmana, it is not your mistake. It is the place of. It is the effect of the place. We are staying in all metropolis cities. We go to so many places, malls, this place. So there are so many vibrations which come to us. So unless we are attached with higher organization and with this sadhana, we may also get, but let us, my dear brothers and sisters, never leave this thought of nothing is happening and I will leave. We get our enthusiasm in Sai activities become dwindling after some time. In the beginning, everything is honeymoon period. Swami, mera ye ho gaya. This got thing all right. Swami prayed. Everything is fine. Sai devotees will never have any trouble in their life at all. No, brothers and sisters. Troubles will come, but we have to take it with smile and not get affected at all. That's what Swami told, Swami told example, if you carry a coin of 100 rupee coin, kitna taklif hota hai. But once you come in Sai-Fold, I give you 100 rupee note. So it becomes a very small, because our karmas they have to go through. Whatever in past life karma, this life karma, we have to go through. We cannot say no. So after we pass our karmas, fulfill, and only then, the effect of karma is so much, dear brothers and sisters. Even Swami had to take on himself to save his devotees. That Swami could have ward off, even he could have done. But no, either Swami bears on his own body or the devotee has to bear. So one thing is very sure, that every karma has equal and opposite reaction, and we have to bear those things in life. Just one story which Swami told, when Hanumana goes to the Lanka and asks Vibhishan, Vibhishan bolta hai, you chant Ram Nama, but Rama doesn't give me anything, and you are so close to Rama. Then Hanuman says to Vibhishana, what steps have you taken? Sita Mata is in Lanka. What step have you taken to go to Sita Mata? That's what it says. Seva. Apan khali muh se Ram Ram karte, but hamara activity mein what are we doing? Our thought, word, and deed should be same. Manasekam, vachasekam, mahatma. So only we say, only we will chant mantra, service, thought, word, only then we will experience the joy in our life. And you will be really, this is not for somebody else. It is to make our life more beautiful. Enjoy our every second of our life will be a festival. Sai Ram.